Welcome back to another episode of Bromance. I'm Ryan, and today, another dodgeball podcast. I feel like they're only dodgeball podcasts now, but another dodgeball podcast. I had Frankie and Andrew Kim on to recap Beast Coast. That's it. Hope you guys enjoy.
Ice water turn Atlantic, night calling in a phantom. Told them, hold it, don't you panic.
Welcome back to another episode of Bromance. I'm Ryan, and today I got with me Frankie and Andrew. How we doing, boys?
Good. What's up?
It's Friday. I'm a dad, so I mowed the lawn. I put one knee sleeve on, white tube socks, New Balances, cracked open a Twisted Tea. Your boy's feeling good. It's a good Friday.
Twisted Tea, you gotta get a happy dad.
No, if you're listening to this, you know me. Like, I'm always twisted, so that's my drink.
You got to get the Twisted Tea bag again. That's always the best.
Yeah, Frankie knows. That was a gift, by the way, from Sean for being a dad.
It's thoughtful. That's crazy. I didn't know you were a dad. I see
Yep.
more now than I ever have.
That's true. You'll understand in like a month.
True.
Yes, honestly.
Andrew, how are we doing?
I'm doing good. Just worked all morning and then went to see a movie, actually.
What movie did we go see?
The Phoenician Scheme.
Are you making that up?
Wes Anderson, right?
Wes Anderson film for the movie buffs, and I just don't really know what the hell happened. Still pretty unsure.
Ryan, future podcast idea. We get a list of Wes Anderson movies and then a list of random phrases, and you have to find the Wes Anderson movie.
Yeah, true.
I don't even know who Wes Anderson is.
Yeah. We're not going to ruin it because this isn't a podcast idea, so you'll just have to live with that as your only knowledge.
This is like a rewatchables, or
Yeah. No, he's got a lot of good movies. This one doesn't look that good. I don't know if the ratings are good or anything, but yeah.
maybe if I looked it up, I would recognize maybe a few. But I really am that type of person that watches sports, like a random movie or TV series with Hannah, and that is it.
Yeah, that's Frankie's the movie buff. I just kind of, if he and my sister really liked a movie, then I'll watch it. Like if it's like an Oscar nominated, this like Best Picture, whatever. But otherwise, I mean, we went to watch a movie called Friendship with Tim Robinson.
That looks funny. Also, you love that guy.
I heard it was really funny, but it was not in this theater. They had it listed on their site, but they stopped showing it yesterday because nobody came out.
Damn.
Which
I do
sucks.
know who Tim Robinson is. That's the meme guy.
I think you should leave. Yep, the zipline guy.
Yeah, he's the guy that crashes into the car dealership, and he's just like,
Dressed
oh
as a
my
hot dog, in a
Yeah.
hot dog car. Yep.
We need to find this guy and beat him up. Okay, whoever did this, everyone close your eyes, get in the car and get out.
He's got a show with I think it's Sam Richardson, Detroiters. It's on
Detroiters, yeah.
Netflix. It's actually pretty good. We've watched like the first season, not the second yet.
Yeah, I haven't watched it yet. I want to.
Solid.
I think I saw a clip from that too, where like some dude's on the phone and they were like, hey, who are you on the phone with? And he's like, your mom. And he calls his dad. He's like, yup. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh no, that's from.
I love you. Say it. Say it.
That's from I Think You Should Leave. It's
Oh,
so
okay.
funny. Yeah, it's like a sketch comedy show. It's just hilarious. It's literally probably my favorite show right now.
Yeah.
I don't think it's funny at all.
It's because Frankie doesn't have a sophisticated palate.
Yeah.
Boomer.
Yeah, exactly.
But hey, boys, I'm glad that you guys are safe from the tornado hit in Philly.
Didn't know a tornado hit Philly.
Frankie, did you know this?
No.
Wow, breaking news. Dude, I literally don't even watch the news and I knew that.
Breaking news.
What category was it?
I don't know. It was like I woke up from my nap and it was like 10 hours ago. Tornado touchdown in Philly and a few pictures.
Oh, that's crazy. No one in our like 100-person Philly group chat said anything either. So
Don't even live there and I knew it.
Nobody
Yeah.
even mentioned it.
Before we get into the recap of the Beast Coast, though, Andrew,
Hmm.
congratulations on making Team USA practice squad.
Thank you. Congrats to you too, dude.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Yay.
Yeah, it's nuts. It's nuts. I'm so excited to go there and just learn. Like, as much as I would love to make the team, as much as I would love to, tear it up, more than anything, I just want to learn from those guys. Like, obviously playing against you I mean, I've taken what, 3 breaks now throughout my dodgeball career, but I've been playing against you for like 6, 7 years now. And I feel like every time we play against each other, I get better. And I can't wait to play against those guys too. It's gonna be fantastic.
I'm really looking forward to that weekend, and I've been talking to some people. I'm like, hey, what should I expect? What are we doing? What type of drills, scrims? Like, I'm trying to be as mentally prepared as possible because I'm always physically prepared for everything, but mentally, I just don't know what to expect. But I'm going there, belt to ass mindset.
Yeah,
Talking to
fuck
Dylan,
everyone
huh?
else. You're better than them. That's the mindset.
Yeah,
You have to
true.
definitely
Belt
learn,
ass.
but
That's a
you got
Dylan
to be
thing.
confident.
Where's my dogs at?
Yeah, what do you mean
Uh,
you're physically ready? You working out? You running 6 minute miles?
He's throwing his baby in the air.
Yeah,
Honestly, he really does like when I bounce him in the air.
Yeah, there you
I think
go.
that's a common baby thing. I've
It's a
learned that.
medicine ball.
It's like a 15-pound medicine ball. But no, I mean, I hit the bike as often as I can. It's a little tough being a dad and not, having enough time and working 50 hours a week. But I have a home gym downstairs, so I have a cage, I have, dumbbells, I have a sauna downstairs, I have elliptical bike bands,
Oh,
You have a sauna.
anything you guys can think of. I pretty much have it. So I try to do it every day.
Let's
nice.
go. Hell yeah.
We need to do a sauna episode. Yeah, we're gonna make so much content for you.
Oh, I've honestly thought about it because I've seen some podcasts and it's like you're in the sauna and you're just drinking, which it pretty much is just going right through you, honestly.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, literally.
I thought it was a good idea. Andrew, Frankie told me separately before you hopped on, he is so proud of you that he's going to name his kid Andrew.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Is that what he said?
it's word for word.
That's crazy. He
Yeah.
told me separately that he's so happy about how me and you interact that he's gonna name his kid Bryce Hopper.
Go Philly.
Go Fairies.
Don't approve of this joke. Andrew, won't the kid possibly be named after you for its Korean name anyway, though? Because like Myung is the
Oh, the first
first syllable.
syllable.
So
Yeah.
there's a chance the kid is named after Andrew.
Yeah, to an extent, his
Yeah.
Korean name. So like my Korean name is Myung
Oh,
Gun.
we're gendered. You're
My
guessing?
my parents get to pick the name. So they'll probably pick Myung something.
It'd be funny if it was just young Francesco.
That'd be a perfect name.
Before we get into Beast Coast, though, one last shout out. So I want to say shout out Semi Pro. I shouted out Nutmeg on the last episode, but super blessed to be able to pretty much have a tournament every single month. Semi Pro is really good. If you guys haven't heard about it, go check it out. Yeah, it's pretty much anyone that lives on Long Island or Philly now and Connecticut, some people from Boston, and we throw balls at each other pretty much one time a month from April to October, and it's helped me get a lot better. I've honestly been able to practice a lot of different things and apply them to USA tournaments. So shout out LI Kick, shout out Sal, you do a really good job. With that said, let's hop into the recap. So Filthy, let's go through your schedule. Your first round robin match was against Old Bays, and you guys beat them 5-1. Who wants to go first?
Good, Andrew.
I mean, I think we just came out the gate real hot. Obviously we're a team that plays a lot together. We basically brought our USA dodgeball team. And we played against a team that doesn't really ever, it was like a mix of 3 different DMV teams. So I think we were able to kind of do so well against them because of that. I mean, they have a ton of talent on that team. It's a bunch of great players. Um, but we just, we play together. That's really what it came down to in that game. Um, yeah.
Yeah. Definitely having the chemistry helps a lot. Obviously kind of like a part-time player on Filthy, full-time coach kind of thing for them. But looking at that team, it didn't have like all of the best players from Precision and Grizzlies. It was kind of like a couple good ones from each, and then a couple local DMV guys. So strategy-wise for that one, it was really like, you know, ball control, play smart. We didn't really have to over prioritize anyone. Like obviously Chaz is really good, but it's foam, so he's not as scary as he is in
Well,
cloth. So
yeah.
really going into that, it was just kind of like see what they give us and take it, right? Like if they throw a meatball at you, catch it. If they throw a really aggressive counter, they shouldn't go hit that guy and then back up and recollect. So that was just a pretty straightforward game.
I didn't talk about it on the last recap, but Dwight Doty, I've only played against him like once or twice, but he's a tall dude. He's probably like 6'2", 6'3", and he was in at the end a lot, and he has really good movement for a big guy.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
moves really well.
he does. Yeah. I feel like he doesn't come to USA tournaments very often.
Yeah, I think I've only seen him maybe twice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, the solid team. Shave Chaz. They had Heat, Akil, Pofo.
They had Danny as well, Fernald.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah, duh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got the rosters up, so
Okay, that was that was a big miss on
Oh,
me.
yeah.
yeah. But
All
yeah,
right,
nothing crazy in that game. Great team name though. Glad they showed up. I'm glad DMV was able to get a team out.
same.
Yeah.
Your second round robin match. So you guys played a team called Nut.
Yeah, a bunch of jabronis.
Were you Steve Decker?
That's an insult. I won't stand for this. Andrew, you should start each time though.
Okay. I mean, no, it was good, a bunch of really good USA players who've been playing for a while. Actually, I guess not a bunch. Two really good USA players who've been playing for a while. Um, Ashley Elder, who's even playing with the men, is still a top tier player. And then like a bunch of your rec guys from Connecticut who were at every tournament I've been to always play up. Like they always play up to the level of USA players. Like Terrell, I don't know what the one dude with the backwards hat was, but he killed it. Allen's got one of the biggest arms in every gym he walks into. Um, so yeah, I mean that was a really tough matchup. I think we ended up tying you guys.
Mm-hmm. 3-3.
Yeah. So I mean, again, you guys are a team that doesn't really have a ton of chemistry yet. It was our second game of the day, and you guys were able to stick with us the entire time. So I thought that was a lot of fun. I think our strategy was pretty much prio you and Sean because we didn't know who the backwards hat guy was. And then, once we could get you guys out, kind of take it slow and take it easy, and you guys played it really, really well.
Yeah, I think there's another team we didn't really have to overextend and prioritize anyone specifically. It was really just you, Ryan. This one definitely could have been 5-1, but you stole one game for sure. And then there was another game. I can't remember the three that were in. I know Terrell was one of them in the middle, and just like we weren't hitting him, and that game got taken as well. Backwards hat guy is Cassidy's brother, right? Anthony?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Cannon. Obviously brand new, but throws really hard.
He
Um,
also moved fairly well, especially for a brand new player.
yeah, he was pretty good.
He also has crazy hands, but he had a few nice catches, like not body catches either. But first tournament, he's played dodgeball and Sean's League maybe 8 or 9 times.
Yeah.
So very, very green.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll be good if he sticks with it. But no, you guys just played us really well. Honestly, like the games are pretty back and forth. I don't really recall a lot of blowouts. I know you guys closed two that were really big. That's why it wound up being tied. I think the score went like 1-0, 1-1, 2-1, 2-2. Like I think it was very back and forth. So just like a team that kind of knew everyone on our team and played it pretty well. We didn't capitalize on closing a game we could have closed.
Mhm.
So yeah.
Yeah, we didn't really have a ton of chemistry. We ran one practice that Wednesday beforehand, and I totally lost track, and it's definitely on me. And I'm like, shit, we're playing in like 4 days. So I don't think we had the best showing. I don't think we had the worst showing. Me personally, I like hold myself to high standards. So of course I'm gonna hold my team to high standards. So me personally, I was a little embarrassed at some of these series. But for anyone who's watching this and who's gonna play in it next year, watch yourself because we're coming out hot next year. So just gonna say that. Let's talk about the next series though. You guys played on Long Island. You guys beat them 4-3.
Yeah, obviously, and you know, I think how many of them? Four of them made Team USA, I think, on that team. Was it five? Dylan, Quan, Nikki, Gio,
Taylor.
Taylor. Taylor doesn't count. But but we after the game against Nut, I think we were a little frustrated because we felt like Nut was a team that we should have beat because there were so many players that just don't travel. And like we all travel, so we should be able to beat that team. And I think we came out the gates pretty strong. We had a couple, good bounces our way. I know I caught Taylor on a ball that he chested me and I just bounced it right back up in the air.
Mm.
Um, but I think we just played on Long Island really well. They were kind of, I feel like at that point in the tournament, a little bit in their own head about, a lot of random things that were happening, ball control things, all that stuff, and we just capitalized on any time, you know, they gave us an opportunity.
Yeah, they were they were definitely struggling at that point too. I don't even know if they won a game yet. I think they just lost to Atlanta. Yeah, the score is 5-3. Atlanta beat them. And then so coming into us, I mean, like going into this tournament, I'd say we were the two favorite teams with them getting the edge. And it was really just because of like depth of team. So looking at this team, you can't be like, oh, we're gonna like prioritize Dylan and go all out to get him because then you're gonna lose to three other people. So this one was pretty interesting. I think pre-huddle was like, hey, like this is where we gotta show we can beat any team here, so let's go out and do it. I know we had some good closes. I feel like a lot of us like we were saying this all day, but Filthy played great all of round robin. I don't know if I've ever seen everyone play so accurately and like very good pacing, and there weren't a lot of mistakes, and I think it showed in this one. Um, I don't remember the score, like I don't remember it feeling like a 4-3 close win, right? Like I remember feeling pretty good that whole match.
Yeah.
I know we had a game where it was like a 3-on-2 and we had a catch to swing that. We had a 2v2 we closed against like Dylan and Taylor. So, and I think that was me and Ed. So that one
Hmm.
was really good. Um, yeah, I feel like Quan looked great in that round. Like Quan was kind of eating us up. At
Yeah.
some point he took corner from Taylor. And then also on the rush, we had them on the rush pretty well. At some point they put Dylan on rush instead of Quan and yeah we just like we felt really smooth in that one, and I felt like after that game, I was like, oh, this team can do it. Like
Hmm.
we're gonna have a really good shot to win this tournament.
Yeah, I mean, from top to bottom on Long Island, in my opinion, was the most talented. Like, this is
Yeah,
no shot at Jacob, but I think Jacob's the weakest player on that team, and he's a really good player.
Yeah. I think Jacob knows it too. I mean, you look at that roster and they're all, they've been playing for a long time together, and Jacob's still pretty new to just dodgeball in general, I feel like. And so, you know,
Yeah, when we played them, I'm like, hey, whatever they give us, honestly, we're just gonna take. Like, I can't say this is the game plan. Like, try to not give up too much ball control. Let's run aways. Let's close the gaps. But I can't be like, hey, let's throw two at Dylan. Let's throw two at Quan. Like, we have to take chances with one ball, and we have to put them in good spots. But yeah, just top to bottom, really good overall team.
hmm
Your next series, you guys played Rockefellers. You guys beat them 6-2.
I don't think I remember playing against some of the Rockefellers guys maybe once or twice, one or two of them like Tenny and
Jalen
uh
Bronson.
no, I don't think I've ever played against Jalen Brunson before.
you've probably played against.
I don't remember his
They
name.
also have an Andy Perez,
I think that's who it was, and
and
then Chris
then
Carter.
Corey's brother Chris
Yeah,
Carter. So
yeah,
those are the three you might have known before. I
yeah.
don't think Andrew's ever played against Chris Brenton, or as you call him, Jalen Brunson.
I don't know his name, honestly. I was like, don't throw at him. He's my king.
Kidding. But I mean, they were a lot of fun to play against, and they were also, I feel like a really scrappy team. Like they capitalized on a lot of mistakes we were making. Um, we ended up playing them really well, obviously, in the games that we were able to take.
Didn't they go up 2-0 on us?
I believe so.
Yeah, they
No,
fucking
no,
smoked
no,
us the first point or the
no.
second point.
Halab won a 5v1 to
The first point.
first point, and then
Yeah.
we lost the next two or something, and then no, we lost the next point, and then we ran five straight, and then they won no block.
Okay.
Yeah,
They smoked us the one point, and it felt worse than it was because every game that we were just like missing blocks and they were taking throws you like they shouldn't take that. Well, too bad they did and you weren't expecting it.
yeah. Tenny hit me
I
on
feel like that
one
was
of
yeah, the
those.
one game Tenny just countered like 1,000 times and everyone was a hit.
Yeah.
They just had trouble closing. Like Holla was able to close a 5v1. I feel like most games we went down to two or three players and then wound up winning at the end of it.
Hmm.
So they definitely played us tough, but you got to figure out a way to close, especially when you're up that big and they weren't doing that. They weren't catching a lot. I thought they'd catch a little stronger, but
I
they
did
were
too.
getting us out a lot. So weren't that far away from beating us. Like 6-2 does not reflect how that game went. They played well.
Not at all. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that. Like I was watching them and I ref them a few times and like they were up numbers a lot of the times. They just couldn't really close out games.
Yeah.
And kind of like you said too, like they're a scrappy team. And I was telling my team like, hey, let's run a lot of aways on them because if they're on that back line, like really don't want to throw at people who don't have a ball because that's a catching team.
Yeah. Yeah. I think the one thing they just didn't have a really strong plus arm on their team. So it's hard to close games when you don't have like guys that really can break blocks because once it gets, later in games, everybody has a ball. And
Yeah.
so,
I think it was
Mm-hmm.
like adjustments too, right? Like they know how to hit people when it's six on the court and they rely on certain things, but those things aren't necessarily the best for closing. So as they play more, definitely expect them to come back stronger. But I mean, gave us a run for our money. That score does not reflect the game.
no.
I don't know their names, so sorry for that. But there was two players on the team on the smaller side, and they were very hard to hit, like very squirrely, moving really well with the ball.
Yeah. The one guy with the mustache, I
Yep.
remember yeah, he was really solid.
Let's go over your next match. So you guys played Bananarchy. What is that? Banana Anarchy. So who was on the team?
I think our next game was actually ADC.
Yeah, you skipped one.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
You're right. You're right. ADC.
Yeah, yeah.
My bad.
Nah, it's okay. Um, ADC was a lot of fun to play against. We play against them. I feel like every tournament at this point, we end up seeing them at some point. Um, I mean, you got guys like Aaron, who's probably the fastest guy in the States right now, if not, you know, even I don't want to say the world. I haven't really seen as much on the world stage, but that dude's fast. That dude he can move. Then you got
Mr.
guys,
Freeze.
huh?
Mr. Freeze.
Exactly. Frozone.
Frozen.
Then you got guys like Pierce, who's just like a great all-around player. Perry made his return to dodgeball. This was like his first big tournament back, which was awesome to see. And he was moving just like he always has on the court. I mean, Chris Wheeler. I didn't know a couple of their other guys. I think based on their normal like USA travel roster, I think those are the four that they brought. And then they brought some rec guys with them.
Hmm.
Um, but I mean, I feel like our game plan was to kind of take opportunities when we saw any of those four open, but don't like overextend where we give them opportunities to put two balls on us, obviously.
Yeah, this was like a sellout a little bit in the beginning to take a prio, especially whoever was running their corners. So whether that was Chris or Aaron or Pierce,
Hmm.
don't waste balls on Perry. And then after that, just kind of like chill and look for the moments to get a team throw or just get like an easy off ball hit. The score, they were playing really hot at that point too. I don't know what their record was. Obviously, we had some ties, but no losses yet. They might have went into that game undefeated against us because they beat a lot of people. They wound up
They
seeded.
lost to someone early. I don't remember who it was. I
Okay.
remember hearing they lost and I was a little surprised.
Okay. But yeah,
Um,
then they beat in Long Island and some other teams. So it was definitely like a tough match. This was the team I thought would wind up upsetting a team. Like this is one that I thought you'd had to be on the lookout for. I thought we played them really well though. Like, do you
yeah.
know the score, Ryan? Do you have it up? I have the rosters up.
I do, yeah, it's 6-1.
Yeah, yeah. I felt like we killed them.
Yeah, we ended up playing them very, very well. We were super hot, especially coming off the Long Island game, or I guess Rockefeller's game. But since the Long Island game, we are like, I feel like clicking on all cylinders pretty much.
Yeah.
Um,
No, it felt good. Like,
Yeah.
would love to have someone go back and do the stats because I feel like everyone was hitting like over 50%.
Yeah.
Like, it was just incredible.
And that game was actually probably my favorite moment of the tournament because I ended up closing a 5v1 against like it was
Game one.
Aaron, Pierce, Chris, and then two of their rec guys who were, I mean, their rec guys weren't slouches, like they were still good players. Um, but that was like my coolest moment. I already texted Perry. I was like, "Hey man, need that, need that clip."
I thought you were gonna say like hold it or something. um, that's honestly so we didn't play them, and I think maybe one other team, but uh, we when we played Meg the very last round, I was looking at the standings, and we were in fourth, and they were in fifth, and I'm like, it doesn't matter if we win or lose this, like we're gonna drop one, they would drop or they move up one, so we're playing each other in the playoffs. I didn't realize that the standings weren't updated. So, like, I sat a lot that last series, and so did Sean. We ended up tying, and we went from fourth to I think eighth or seventh.
Yeah. Yeah, you dropped a seven.
Mm-hmm.
Played on Long Island.
Yeah. So, but I mean, hey, ADC is a good team. Perry's a good player. Like you said, Aaron, really good off the rush. And there's one thing I want to talk about Aaron that I don't think a lot of people realize. Obviously, everyone's like, wow, he's fast, but his movements are all efficient. And I think it was Kim that was saying this on the rushdown about maybe Kim said it or he had a guest that said it about Pine, but he was like, he doesn't have any wasted movements. So like when Aaron goes for the rush, he stays low. His whole time to the line, he's low. When he grabs that ball, he's still low. Like a lot of people on the rush, they start high, they go low, and then they'll kind of like come up or slow down when they go for that ball. He doesn't give a fuck. He stays low the entire time.
Yeah, he definitely like to the line.
No, 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 no. He takes four strides.
Yeah.
It's not, it's one, two, three, and he's up there.
No, but he is
That's it.
really low. Like,
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
low
yeah.
the whole time.
Yep, yep. That he has not only, I mean, he's not only fast, but he's definitely studied and like done his research, really did his like trial and errors about how to get there fastest, and he just like he knows he's got it down.
Yeah, one other thing too is like I think people get so in their head when they see another team, they're like, they're fast, but I'm faster. It's like, cool, you might be faster, but you're gonna pitch the ball, right? Is it gonna be a good pitch? Like
Hmm.
Andrew or not Andrew, Aaron does a really good job of pitching that ball.
Yeah. Yeah, especially like once he gets it like down to a T, like I feel like you focus on the rush first, and then his pitches, sometimes they do get a little inconsistent. I feel like I see it like if he misses a pitch, he gets really mad at himself and he's really tough on himself for that.
Mm-hmm.
Once he gets those pitches down, those things are gonna be phenomenal. He's gonna be one of the most valuable players on any team he plays on.
He fumbled a pitch to I think Pierce, and that might have been the first time in like 6 months that I've seen him fumble
Yeah.
a pitch back. And normally he pitches it back to Blake too. So
Yeah, it's usually Blake. So Blake's a little tall. Pierce a little, you know.
anything else to add, Frankie?
no, it was just a really good series for us. They did have one other player who's like technically not rec because Kyle Daddlebaum used to play in CDA and maybe even a little
Oh,
elite
he
in
did?
USA
Okay.
before that. Yeah.
Oh, I think
Um,
he got hurt in the middle of our series actually.
yeah. He
That
like I think he helped found ADC. Like he moved there and then that one he was like, I refuse not to have dodgeball where I am. So I think he was like one of the key people that really
Oh,
started their
cool.
league up. So
That's sick.
Oh
yeah.
yeah, I didn't know that.
What's his name?
Kyle Daddlebaum.
Shout out Kyle Dowdenbaum. All right, your next series, Filthy Bananarchy 3-3 tie.
Yeah, that was rough.
Yeah. It was a rough one going into playoffs. I mean, they're a team that we see all the time. They're I feel like every time we play them, they play us really well. I don't know what it is. But like on paper, theoretically, we should be winning that series, 5-1. I feel like the score for the ADC game and the Bananarchy game should be switched. Like we should be winning that series 5-1, 6-1 on paper, but they always step their game up every time we play them. I feel like there are times that we may play. a little worse because we're like not locked in because we see them every week. But they really, I feel like they stepped their game up.
Yeah, this is the kind of team that like they know you, so they'll play you better, right?
Mhm.
Um, they also were having a pretty good tournament. Like I think they wound up, they might have been like the sixth
Four?
seed,
No,
five or six.
I thought they
Like
were a little higher, weren't
I
they?
yeah,
think they're top five.
they ended up pretty high. I think they were the five, like played the 4-5 matchup.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, who did they play first round in the playoffs? I
I
can't
want to
remember.
say it
We'll
was
look it up later.
82.
But they were playing pretty well that day. In our series, we had that one game, like I know we won the point, but we couldn't hit Corey for like 15 minutes. And he's all bruised up because he was like jumping all over the place and slamming down. They also added Chris DeJesus and Sam Bryant to their team. And then they had Sam K, who they don't normally have. So like,
My boy,
what'd you say?
my
Oh,
boy.
Yeah. No, he's really good. Disgusting
yeah.
throw. I mean, he overthrows sometimes, but he can just like go down the line and hit people.
He
So it was
caught
a really strong version of their team. Like
he
they
caught
had their core, their guy that doesn't always travel, and then two people they added that don't always play with them. So it's just like a really like they had the chemistry, plus their pickups were good and already had some chemistry. So
Mhm.
I'm not surprised they did as well as they did, honestly.
no,
Yeah.
no. He caught either Brandon Hollub or Jordan Clever,
Oh
and it
yeah,
was
you were asking if he catches.
yeah, yeah. And then like he caught the ball, and you guys switched sides, and I'm like, who threw that catch? Who threw that catch?
Yeah. No, people see Sam K and like he doesn't have two hands. He only has one. So like who is this guy? But he's got like a crazy baseball background, so he just has sick throws and
Mhm.
then he can catch even
He
like the
understands
seven
his
inch
pocket.
film.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah.
And he can ball block too.
Yeah, no, he's good.
He's
He's
he's a really solid overall player, like just all around.
yeah, in our rec league, like you play around or you play through Sam. Like you have to address him in some way. Like we're just gonna live with what he does and figure out the rest, or like we need to murder this guy to win this game.
One of those guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your next series, you guys played Bostonia and lost 5-4.
Yeah, so we wound up the one seed going into playoffs. We were the only undefeated team, even though we had two ties on the open side. They were the 8-9 game. I don't know if they were 8 or 9, but they won their first game against, let's pull it up.
I believe it was Rockefellers. I think it was like 4-2. They beat Rockefellers, and then
You're
Yeah,
saying
it was
Bostonia?
5-3 over Rockefeller. So yeah, it was a pretty close game.
yeah.
And then we played them on the wall court. We're the higher seeds, so like hopefully that helps. But yeah, Andrew, if you want to start and then I'll circle
Yeah,
back.
I mean, I think going in, I mean, we had a lot of rest going in. I think we all came in kind of cold. We didn't really warm up the way we should have. I mean, we had been hitting all day. We had been consistent all day, and then all of a sudden against Bostonia, it's like we weren't hitting, and then also mentally, like I feel like we were just like because we weren't hitting, people were getting frustrated. They were throwing a little more than they should. We were losing ball control, sometimes with the ball to our back, sometimes even facing the wall, we were losing ball control, and it was just kind of, it was getting a little frustrating there.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
I mean,
so.
the 5-4 score does not reflect how that series went. That series, we were down 5-0, I think, or 5-1,
Yeah.
and then we ended up, I mean, running games late, but at that point, they were just trying to wait it out, use the
Yeah,
clock.
so going in, I mean, it's a pretty deep Boston team. Obviously, they're missing some of the like Puerto Rican anarchy guys, but they still had Brandon.
No comment.
Um, And then like they brought I feel like the Boston Rec League players that don't travel are so fucking good.
Yep.
Like
I said
Kyle
that.
Hood.
Yeah,
Kyle
yeah.
Hood, amazing. Like
Childhood's so
Zach
good. Yeah.
Milstone, pretty damn good as
Yep.
well. So
Yep.
like you add those two to like Bo, who's having a pretty good run recently, John, or as we call him, Nate, who's been playing well. And it's just like it was a pretty good six. And so, like, looking at this team, it was like, hey, again, like, we can't sell out just to get Brandon. In fact, I thought we kind of killed Brandon.
We
Like,
did well against
we were
Brandon.
getting him out really. Were you across from him or was Clever
It
generally?
was me.
Yeah, you were beating him pretty well, like, pretty easily. But the games aren't close. They were smacking us at the start. We
I
weren't
don't
hitting.
think I don't
They
think I was
were
necessarily
hitting.
beating him.
I,
I think I was
I
just
feel like
hitting him well.
I feel like we hit him on like 3 or 4 solos out of the 9 games. Like
True.
we
Yeah.
we definitely were playing and taking him out pretty well, but the rest of the team stepped up. Nate had that stupid fucking catch in between his two when he jumped up. And like you could just see it, like we weren't playing well and it looked like we weren't playing well. Like everyone was mad, everyone looked dejected, and they're getting so hype on their side. Like they're like fucking smacking their chest every time they get a catch. They're like yelling and shit. Bo
Mhm.
posted that video where he said like not at me when we're throwing at him. You could just tell like they were having a good game and we're feeling it, and we were having a bad game and we're
Very
feeling it.
bad. Yeah.
At the end though, like it was 5-3 and they had maybe two people left when no block went through, so we're two hits away from getting a shot to tie it. So like it's funny because we didn't really make adjustments. We just kind of were like going a little crazier and put our crazy lineup in. Like that's where like, hey Ed, we need to win. Do whatever the fuck you want. Kind of works. Um, but no, we were playing badly and they were playing great and good for them. Like they went on a nice little run after that.
Yeah.
Wound up going to finals. I think in finals they went up 2-0 on Long Island. Um, so yeah, good tournament for Boston. The women's too made it to finals.
Hmm.
So I'm sure like Boston definitely has to feel proud. I mean, before this weekend and the teams were released, it's not like they had a ton of USA players. So they sent two teams down and almost took two golds. Like,
Right.
gotta feel good about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they're definitely one of those teams, them and on Long Island, where it's like, yo, if they're beating you by a few games, like you're gonna hear it. And also, like the Bostonia people had their girls, and they were doing a good job, supporting each other. So
Picking them up. Yep.
it wasn't just like, hey, we're playing, nine dudes in front of us. It's like, yo, we're playing nine dudes, and then all their girls are watching them too. So it's a lot of energy.
Yeah, but we're like the home team. There's a billion Philly people there, right? And they're
There
louder than
should be
us.
more.
We clearly were playing like shit and feeling like shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did you guys see when we played them?
In round robin or when you played on Long Island? Okay, no, I didn't see. I was like running around a lot, so I missed a lot of game watching.
All right, so when we played them against the wall, and I had uh, I think it was like maybe a 2v2, 3v3, but they had like that BDL banner, and they broke it out, and I was thrown against the wall, and they literally like were behind it, like trying to stop the ball, and I'm like, yo, can we do? I literally tried stopping the game. I'm like, is that even allowed? What the fuck? So we end up winning that point. So when we switch, I think the score might have been like 4-1 or something like that. So I was like, guys, I'll sit. So I sit and I grab the banner with Dave Roy, and we're on the back, and I literally took the banner and I flipped it so the BDL sign was facing them, was facing the wall, and we're trying to stop balls, and
Blank banner.
every time we'd stop the ball, we would just say nut, 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 nut.
Yeah, during playoffs, I had to ask them to stop doing that.
Yeah, they were not happy I did that, but
Yeah, like not against us. They were playing the first team, the New York team they played, and I was like, not really fair for you guys to have a banner against the wall. Like it's cool and it's smart, but yeah.
yeah, when they were just like the refs were like, "Hey, we're cool with it." I'm like, unless you guys are taking that banner with you, I'm fucking using it like as soon as I go over there, and I'm
Yeah.
not doing it to be serious. I'm doing it to troll, but I'm doing it.
You're gonna see people bring like fucking fitted sheets to tournaments with a wall and just like holding them out so they know to catch the ball. Like you're allowed three retrievers and two fitted sheet holders per team.
Teams are just like going all out, spending thousands of dollars on like collapsible nets or something like that. But I thought it was funny. So yeah, shout out Boston, love those guys, and shout out USA practice member Nate. Put some respect on my boy
What up,
Frankie.
Nate?
Absolutely.
That's
All
our
right,
boy. He's been with Philly a couple times now. He
really?
moved. He stayed with us when we were in Tucson.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, hell yeah.
Hmm.
So that was it for the round robin. So the playoffs. I don't know who you guys played, so you guys want to talk about that?
That
Oh,
was,
it's
we just talked
Bostonia.
playoffs. Yeah, Boston
Yeah.
smoked us.
Yeah.
Oh
Yep.
shit! I thought that was the end of round robin.
Nope.
No,
We
you
ended
only
it
played
last.
six teams in open, so
Oh shit.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I was playing on the other side, so we were playing Meg, and then your game was over, and then some people came over and were like, "Filthy just lost." I'm like, "To who?" And they're like, "Bostonia." I'm like, "Oh shit."
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a tough first round matchup for. I mean, we had the bye in the first since we were the one seed, but I mean, Bostonia is a tough, always going to be a tough matchup. They have alone. I mean, what it was Nate and Bo both made practice squad too,
Hmm.
Yep.
and so they had those two. Brandon has made practice squad in the past, so they were a tough team to play for sure.
Yep.
Unpopular opinion. I don't care if my team has a bye in the first round. I would rather play that round than sit.
I kind of agree, to be honest.
Yeah, I
Um,
don't think it's that unpopular. It depends on the tournament, right? Like, so this one, like going out and playing Boston, who you would argue was probably like on that second tier of teams you thought would win the tournament as your first round after them playing and coming in hot sucks.
mhm.
But if you get a team who like, oh, this team would never win, then you get your play in there as well. So
Hmm.
no excuses. They fucking smoked us. It wouldn't
Yeah,
matter if
no,
we
they
played a
killed
game
us.
before that. We
They killed
played
us.
bad, they played good.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, they also shortened up their lineups too, and yeah, I mean they had guys like Kyle and some other players come out from Boston and pop off.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. It
All
was.
right. So that was your schedule. So let's talk about the girls. Let's talk about aggression and Supernova, right?
Yeah. Did they call themselves something with happy in the word or just supernova? I think just supernova. Yeah.
They had the happy logo. It's like a pretty sick shirt.
Yeah, because they had Tara and Fawn on their team as well. Do you have specific questions?
Not really. No, I just if you guys wanted to talk about it blindly, I'm scared to
Okay,
talk to
well,
girls. So I mean, I was looking from afar, but
well, I have the standings up for women, so we can do that high level first. So Boston went undefeated, 7-0. Empire from New York, 6-1.
Hmm.
Aggression, 5-2. In the women's, you played every team, by the way. Supernova was 3-4. District Divas, the DMV team, was 2-5. Gridlock, a second New York team, was 2-5. Venom from Long Island was 1-5-1, and then Apple of My Eye, a third New York team, was 1-5-1. So going into playoffs, obviously you had an undefeated team, a one-loss team who only lost to the undefeated team, a two-loss team who only lost to the two teams above them. So it was looking like a really good playoffs. I caught some of it, I ref some of it. I don't think that so something that was happening in the women's division was like I feel like some of the newer players had to ref and people were kind of complaining that impacted the games a little bit. So especially in those early rounds, that was an issue. As it went on, it was getting a little more locked in and a little more competitive. So like something for the future is we might need to kind of like shift either bring a volunteer to ref to make sure the playoff games have good refs or kind of shift players around, shift the schedule to make sure the refing was good. I know some of the teams are complaining about that. But besides that, playoff seemed like a good vibe. It's definitely competitive. The aggression empire score, and that would have been in semis. Where's that at?
I believe I had that on my live stream, and I'm an idiot, but I had the championship, and then I went up there, and I honestly thought it was over, and I pushed end, and I went to unclamp like my mount, and I'm like, oh my god, they're still playing, but it's like
Yeah.
the last like minute, but my bad.
Yeah, the score of that was 4-3 Empire. So definitely
Close.
a really good game. The other semi was Boston and District Divas. That was 6-1. Going into this tournament, like those are probably the three teams you'd think would win. So Aggression has a lot of like up and coming players, a lot of people trying out for and making Team USA practice squad. Empire has great chemistry, like they tend to bring the same 6 to 8 people to every tournament. They also have some players that were trying out and made it. And they've also been winning a lot recently. Like they've been doing some mixed divisions with some of the guys from New York and winning. They've been winning some women's tournaments as well. And then Boston has like all the old school players. So all the girls from what I call Gen 1 Boston. We're on Gen 3 now, by the way.
Wait, hold on. What's Gen 2?
So Gen 1 is like all the like Davis dodgeball people. So maybe a little bit before
Uh,
you were playing. And
yeah.
then Gen 2 was when like Shudas and Sammy came around. And then Gen 3 is this current group with like Abby, UA, Lovey, Nate,
Claire.
etc. Claire, yeah. So they had like the Gen 1 girls, Sammy, and then the Gen 3 girls. So a pretty good mix of like people that have won a lot, people that have been playing for a while, people that are new and getting really good as well. They also have people that made practice squad. So figure like one of those three teams would win after round robin. You'd have to feel like it was Boston. Their win over Empire was like 6-1. They killed them in round robin. Uh,
Man,
but yeah, Empire wound up winning at the end of the day. That match was very back and forth, very close. It went to the no block game 4-3 Empire, and they wound up winning the no block to avoid the overtime. So yeah, really good game.
And that's when I accidentally ended the live stream.
Yeah.
damn.
Yeah. But shout out some of the players on Empire. So they have like Sarah Wood, they have Katie Foreman. Um, Help me out, Frankie.
Yeah, I'm pulling up the list. They had, I think it's Lindsay who was like the female rookie of the year last year, right? It was like her and Nikki. So she's on that team. I have it up now. Vanessa, I've seen a lot. Pretty much all of them like catch and counter well. They've got that like typical New York thing, but I saw them running a decent amount too. Like it seems like women's is starting to kind of pick up on the homes and aways a lot. The finals, both teams are running at each other a lot. I didn't get to see Aggression Empire at all, but Empire and Boston, there was some good running and some good timing on their throws too.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then shout out all the Boston girls. So like Mackenzie, Amanda, Lovey, who made Team USA practice squad. Uh, yeah, I know that they've been taking it really serious and they've been running practices up there against the guys' team. So yeah, they came in wanting this.
Yeah, Amanda was killing at this tournament. This is like the best I've maybe even seen her play ever. She was playing so fucking well, like
Yeah.
hitting everything, dodging everything. She was popping off. She was running their corner. It was her and Sammy or her and Abby. Yeah.
Mhm.
We're gonna see her tomorrow, by the way, Andrew.
Oh
Who?
yeah,
Yeah,
celeb.
Amanda.
Let's
Yeah,
go.
Oh,
Celeb.
she's
Who's she?
playing semi-pro.
Who's
she's
Nice.
she with?
playing. She's playing with Giancarlo.
Oh,
Uh,
nice.
no way. Her and Giancarlo first tournaments.
Yes.
Giancarlo
They're
hasn't been
besties
to
now.
he hasn't even been to a semi-pro yet.
Wait, that's crazy. He picked up Amanda.
Yes,
Nice.
Wait.
Should we spill the tea?
Oh
you
no,
can. You can if
Giancarlo
you
picked up.
want. You can if you want.
Are we spilling tea, Ryan? It's
Yeah,
like
go
the
for
Big
it.
Trick podcast. So Amanda, like as far as I'm aware, fucking hates Giancarlo.
Dude, join the club,
But
right?
this has like been years, so I guess they're cool now. This is awesome. I'm so excited they're
Yeah,
playing
that's
together.
great. That's
I hope
actually
they
fantastic.
win. Sorry to both of you. I hope they win now, and then they become like besties and they're 2v2 partners for life. And like, this should
Yeah, I
be some
remember when I was trying
story.
to join Vibe, and I'm like, hey, it'd be really cool if I, got picked up. Also, I kind of wanted to play with Giancarlo, and then you guys were like, nah.
Oh, that's great. But yeah, Amanda's on one right now. She was playing so well in the Philly
Yeah.
thing. I hope she
I only
comes
watched a
in
little
as
bit of the one game and she was tearing it up.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm happy for her because she's my friend, but also I don't like hearing that because we're playing her tomorrow.
Yeah, I
Nice.
was
I hope
gonna
she
say.
beats you.
It's gonna be rough.
Yeah, she looked really good at this tournament. Abby did as well. From Empire, Katie was really hard to get out. Sarah was shutting down her corner really well. Aggression, again, I didn't really get to see the Philly girls play that much. So Aggression had like most of their typical girls that live in Philly. And then Supernova was a team started out of some of the Lavender League girls that didn't have a travel team. And then for this, they picked up some of the Happy girls as well.
Hmm.
But yeah, I was running around, so I didn't get to watch as much as I normally do.
Yeah. Yeah, I watched a little bit of Supernova. I didn't really get to watch Aggression at all. I feel like every time they were playing, we were playing or
Yeah.
reffing or something. But I did catch a Supernova game, and I thought they were playing really well. I mean, for for what the tournament was and how many USA like dodgeball travel players there were, and that team has only traveled for most of the team has only traveled for part of this year, and that was pretty much it.
Yep.
But they, I mean, they had people like Caitlin and Janelle who are both up and coming in Philly, and I think they're. I mean, Caitlin's been playing apparently for years. I didn't know this.
Yeah, Caitlin
Um,
knows me from like 2015,
yeah,
which is hilarious.
exactly. But they're both, I mean, incredible.
Yo,
I
Janelle's been looking good in Philly.
Janelle, especially, she played on my rec
Oh, she's on your
league.
team. Okay, yeah.
And dude, she's like last in 90% of games, and she'll like clutch up a good 60% of those games. Like she is a very, very clutch player. As long as she can get her um like understand a little better on when to throw, she'll be a very solid women's player. She knows when to go for catches. She knows like me and Sam say we're both trying to coach her up a little bit this season, help her out a little bit, and I think she's gonna come along really well if she's willing to travel more.
Yeah, I can't wait till more of these Lavender League girls get like uber competitive and start shitting on all the girls and guys.
Yep, exactly.
Is the league? It's is it Leigh, Leigh? Is that Philly? It's like Lay Ivy or something like that. Is it?
There was a Leanne on
No, no, no. It's like a league. I've seen like Philly dodgeball like collab with them on a few things or something like
Lehigh
that.
Valley. Lehigh
Yeah, yeah,
Valley.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's
Oh, oh, okay, yeah. That's out in like Easton, PA near Allentown. Chris DeJesus is starting a new league there.
Oh,
He's doing it under the umbrella of Philly Dodgeball, so we're helping him with some stuff, and then he's running it. So he's starting his first open gym, I think, this Monday.
it's
So
this week, yeah.
yeah, I think he says he has like 10 to 15 confirmed. I mean, there's some old dodgeball out there. Chris has good connections.
Yeah.
Chris has run a lot of sports programs throughout his life. In college, I think he was like an athletic director, so really
Yeah.
excited for him. But yeah,
hell,
Take off really well.
yeah, you confused me. I thought you like couldn't read the word lavender.
no, 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 no. Because I mean, honestly, I don't know how to say it. I'm like Leigh. I'm like Lee, Lay. I don't know.
Yeah,
Ryan,
Lehigh Valley,
yeah,
Lehigh Valley.
like the college,
Ryans
Lehigh.
Ryans are known to not be able to read very well, so
Yeah.
I'm a truck driver.
Macomb, Slicker.
All right. So we talked about guys, girls. Frankie, is there anything good or bad that you want to highlight? Some maybe something that you want to change for the next tournament you guys run next year?
Sure. So, from a tournament director perspective, so Sam and I were doing a lot of it. Maria was our official tournament director on site, and she fucking killed it.
Mhm.
Um, Something that went really well, I thought using Dodgeball Hub was great. It seemed like most people were on the courts on time all day. I thought Sam did a good job with all the promotion leading up to it. And like honestly, I think the event went fairly smoothly. Having walls sucks. We normally play no sting in this gym, so pushing the courts back another 10 feet on the open courts and having the walls there really sucked. We were flexible at the end of the day. We fully retaped for one of the semis and finals for men's and then finals for women's as well. So we made it work. Something going forward, I would want to do, I would definitely want an email list with all the players just to kind of like ease communication. That was something that felt like a little miss on our part. Something else that went well, the merch sold really well, like the long sleeve shirts. I think Andrew's wearing one if he wants to half stand up a little bit.
I was gonna say, speaking of which, at Semi Pro tomorrow, I got a whole bag of Beast Coast long sleeves, short sleeves. Uh,
Mostly short sleeve, but yeah.
Oh,
yeah, yep.
I tried buying a long sleeve large and they were sold out.
Yeah.
I don't know if she has any more. The mediums, I mean, this does fit kind of roomy. I think you might be good in the medium, to be honest, Ryan.
Probably a
Yeah,
But
or the
small.
like worst case, can you fight Andrew? Because if you can, then you can just take it.
he's a dad. He's a dad. He's not allowed to fight.
I could
But
probably
no, I
fit in
think
a
it went
small.
really smoothly. We've been getting feedback. We've been reviewing that. We actually have a captain's call on Monday to like do a post-op and kind of talk to them and see what they want to do. I think we definitely want to continue to do this. It felt cool, kind of like the thing, but not as competitive. So that's I think the goal here with this. So we'll keep doing it. If you have any positive feedback, send it to me. If you have any negative feedback, send it to Sam. Thank you very much.
Andrew, you have anything you want to add?
I mean, the wall sucked. If we could get nets to put behind the wall courts, that'd be great.
They're too
Um,
tall.
what?
The nets.
Nets
We
are?
tried to we tried to
Oh,
move
because
the
that,
nets. Yeah,
yeah,
the overhang.
yeah. I mean, you could probably figure, maybe give every team a complimentary banner that says
Yeah.
Philly Dodgeball.
Ooh, yeah. I like
Yeah,
that.
just ideas, just throwing them out.
Just bed sheets. Like you get like your schedule and you get like three bed sheets.
Exactly. With your schedule, yeah. But yeah, I mean, honestly, I thought the tournament went super smooth. I thought they did a great job of like making it an even split of you're playing as many teams as possible. I mean, we didn't get to play a bunch of bullets, which I really wanted to play them because they were coming in hot. They were killing it that tournament. They're like the Long Island B team technically, but dude, they were playing up to the level of the Team USA team. Like They were destroying. Shout out Randy. Shout out Matt Spadone.
It's my twin,
All
Randy.
those guys. Yeah, you guys look exactly alike, actually. I got on the call. I thought it was Randy. It was wild.
Twin. Frankie, we have
Yeah.
the same birthday.
Oh,
Oh,
okay. I
do
was
you?
gonna say I don't get it. Could you elaborate?
So Frankie, or not Frankie, Randy, myself, and Robbie, we all have the same birthdays, and we
Nice.
discovered it after it was that September semi-pro, because I was like, oh, what are you guys doing for a weekend? Blah blah blah, and then like, yo, Monday, I'm getting fucked up. I'm like, why are you getting fucked up on Monday? And then Robbie's like, it's my birthday, so someone's driving me to Long Island or the LA kick, whatever. And I was like, dude, no way, it's my birthday. And then Randy overheard. He's like, dude, it's my birthday too. So we all like took pictures, like we did a huddle. We were like jumping up and down. Like, it was funny as fuck. We're literally at a restaurant.
Hell yeah. Let's go. Do it again this year?
Yeah, fuck it.
Yeah, absolutely. Got it.
um, but yeah, me personally, I thought the tournament ran really smoothly. It was nice having that monitor so people could see. I think that was a big help. The merch was all pretty cool. I was a little bummed that I wasn't able to get to it sooner than later, just because I obviously have Venmo, but if I'm live streaming, then I can't touch my phone. So that's my issue. But the walls, I know people are complaining about the walls. We do it in semi-pro all the time. I know one side is worse than the other. It's part of dodgeball. Just got to get used to it. So
Yeah. Yeah, it went well. So shout out to everyone who helped. Shout out to Maria the most. She did so fucking much, kept it
Yeah.
smooth. And she hasn't run a tournament before, as far as I'm aware. So like literally, hey, we need help. Okay, I'll help. Like, okay, here you go. You're the tournament director. So yeah, we at the bar, she was drinking grapefruit statesides. And Sam and I were like, what if we just keep getting her drinks? So at some point she had six of them and just had like three in each hand stacked. And was just like sipping the top one.
is this John's wife?
No, that's Noelle. Maria Rodriguez.
Okay, okay. I think Noel was like updating the standings, and I was like, "Hey, can you tell us like, could you scroll down a little bit so I can see the schedule?" She's like, "No, I can't. I'm busy." I'm like, "Oh, okay, thank you."
Yeah, that was
That was
probably
Maria.
Maria.
Yeah, it was Maria. Because I
Maria
did that
plays
same
on
thing.
like bananas and Bananarca when she plays women's.
Yeah. I
Okay,
did
but
the same
yeah, it
thing.
took everything in my body to go up to a girl and ask her a question, and she shut me down so fast. I was like,
Nice.
"Okay, sorry, bye."
You're
Yeah,
growing.
don't bug the tournament director. That's like rule number one at tournaments.
I just
That's
want
how
her to
you get
scroll
errors.
down. I just want her to scroll down because we like it was like 40 minutes behind or whatever. But yeah,
Do you
that's what it
ever
is.
do you ever notice why USA has so many issues at tournaments? It's because they let their tournament directors into the wild. So they have to like fucking deal with questions and whatnot. Like you need someone who's just there to run the thing and not talk to anyone. And like don't bug them. So when you see someone running the tournament, don't bug tournament directors, please.
I learned that. I asked Maria the same thing. I just asked her to scroll down or something like that. And she was like, Andrew, get the fuck away from me or I'm gonna hit you.
Yeah,
I
she's
was
just
like, all
like,
right, okay, cool. Sounds good.
it's like, yes, ma'am, I'll step away from the
Yeah,
table.
Jesus Christ, I'll run.
But yeah, shout out them. They did a good job.
Yeah.
Any closing thoughts? Anything you guys want to add?
Frankie?
Sure. So after seeing how Filthy was playing in round robin, I was super proud. Like honestly, teetered out or whatever. They fucked up in playoffs. Like we fucked up. But how good we looked in round robin, no matter who the team was, like looking that good at USA tournaments, like that's a team that can win tournaments. So it's cool. Like I've played with you guys on and off. I've seen you at some tournaments. Obviously, you made it to both semis in Minneapolis, but it feels like we're legit and we're a mostly local team, and that makes it even cooler. So many teams like a mashup. So just like going forward, really excited to see what Filthy does. And then just in general, excited to see where this tournament goes and like how we continue to make it better every year.
Yeah.
And for the Nutmeg Girls at home, like, yes, it sucks that unfortunately we couldn't put a team together, but next year for guys and girls, like, definitely want to have a girls team. So I'm excited for that. And also for the guys and for the two teams that will be ringing. Honestly, I was going to say this beforehand. We have enough guys that we could do three teams, by the way.
Yeah.
But next year, more organized. We're gonna have jerseys. Definitely gonna be on Sean's case, but yeah, like I said, a little not the showing that I wanted, but yeah, next year definitely looking forward to it. That is it. Any shout outs? Anything else?
Congrats to both the winners, Empire and Women's, and in Long Island for Open. They killed it, both teams. So hope they enjoy their Philly medals. A lot of people don't have those yet. And then I think the jersey orders have been placed or are getting placed today. So once you guys get your jerseys, definitely show them off. Tag Philly Dodgeball. We'll reshare it. Sam does a great job of sharing everything. So
Andrew, anything else?
No, no, just thanks for having us on the podcast. It's my first time. I know it's Frankie's second or third or something, but good time.
Yeah, anytime. Frankie, any other shout outs? This is
Oh
a
yeah,
layup.
I got you. I got you. Shout out to my brother-in-law, Andrew. It's so nice to have a younger brother. He's so fucking cool. Did I do a good job, Brian? No. Here we go. Got it. Shout out to Christine, who's currently pregnant and uncomfortable somewhere in the house, probably mad at me for doing this instead of spending time with her while she's able to. Yeah.
Yeah, shout out Christine, Frankie's 8 month pregnant wife.
Hey, it's Andrew's sister too. Yell at
Yeah,
him.
shout out my sister. I wanted to give Frankie, I wanted to let him,
Oh, thank you.
sort of
See, he's
ruin.
such a good little brother. That's
Yeah,
why I shouted
exactly.
him out
Exactly.
first.
I only had to say it 3 times, but Frankie got it.
You didn't shout out Hannah.
I shouted her out on the last one.
Okay. What about this one? Not a good week?
Shout out Hannah.
There we go.
Not a good week.
No, dude, honestly, this was a good ass week. I'm gonna brag a little bit here, but Sunday was Father's Day, so I had a good Father's Day. Monday made Team USA practice squad, so that was sick. Tuesday was just not Monday, so good Tuesday. And
Nice.
and then Wednesday was not make playoffs, and we won. So good
Oh yeah.
ass week.
Oh yeah.
Nice. I'm having a similar week, and so is Andrew. We're both having good weeks, I think.
Yeah. Yep. Good 2 weeks. I got promoted at work, found out about practice squad, and then I mean, Frankie got to make it to the finals, but
Hell yeah. Yo,
yep,
my team is
we
eight seed out of 8 teams.
yeah, we lost
We're
Oh,
now in
the
the
don't
finals.
brag, Frankie.
yeah, yikes.
So did you guys win?
Finals is next week. We can't do the whole bracket in one night, so we did semis and quarters in one night.
Okay. How long is the rounds? Or
50 minutes and then up to 5 minutes, no blocking in season, but in the playoffs, obviously no block isn't timed.
so you said 50, right?
Yeah, 5-0.
So you'll be the last one in. There'll be like maybe 3 games total, you're saying?
So our first game was like real tight, and I had to close a 1v. Andrew was reffing to kill time and was pretty hype after that. And then
Collusion.
our what'd you say?
Collusion.
Yeah. Our next game in the semis, the score was like 2-1, and we were like 28 and a half minutes in. Like Andrew was in the other semi, and I think their score was like 4-5 at that point, and one of them came over and was like, "How's your game going?" Like, "Oh, it's 2-1."
Jeez. Well, this is 30-foot foam, right?
Yeah, it's like full USA court.
Eight
Okay.
players on the court though. That makes it a little different.
Oh,
Yeah.
It doesn't do
But
that much
we
more. We
popped the
weren't
courts.
hitting anyone.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, we were pretty gassed. We had a really tough first game, but we won both.
we were
8.
doing 20-minute rounds and 30-minute rounds for our finals. And this season is nosing 25 feet. So the games were going quick. And it was like
Yeah.
4-3, 5-4. Like we were getting some games in.
Yeah.
That's crazy. You got to get that up. At least 45 minutes for a game. Come on.
Cardio.
I think for time wise, and we run over every single playoffs, and Sean wants to get it all in one night. So it's a little tough.
Uh,
Yeah, that makes
what do you
sense.
what are your regular season games? Are they also only like 20, 30 minutes or?
It's two 23-minute halves.
Okay, no, that's cool.
Hmm.
Should do that for playoffs. And
So we have the 6:30 time slot and the 7:30 time slot, and then we do 3 courts now. So we get a lot of games in. Teams get double headers. Like it's a lot of dodgeball.
Yeah.
it's cool how much you guys have grown. And unlike a lot of the other leagues, you're not really like in a city. So like Chris DeJesus is probably gonna have to hit you guys up because he's not like near. I mean, Allentown's kind of big, but like it's cool growing a league almost organically like that. Like you can't really use a lot of the other established ways to recruit for activities, and there's not as many people, and it's cool that you guys are growing like that.
A lot of it really is just like friends of friends, where like I've kind of had it as a goal of mine for a few seasons where it's like, all right, this person can't make it. Hey, does anyone on the team have a friend that wants to play? Or like I'll hit up an old friend. Hey, for one season, you want to like show up, and then it's just kind of word of mouth. But yeah, it's been growing a lot. 12 seasons going on 13 seasons now. So
Nice.
yeah. Well, that is it, guys. Thanks for hopping on, Andrew. I'll see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
Good luck to Giancarlo and Amanda only.
Peace.